Welcome to our broadcast. We'll give you some screen share and a musical welcome.
People need to see what I see. They need to see.
These are the spiritual as much as physical voyages of the Co-Federation Solar, Sun, our starship, planet Earth, restored to heaven on our every earth as our spiritual, genealogical, local, global, universal voyager and shared her and his family community enterprise. Our new millennial year's mission to rediscover and re-understand, sustain, and explore are and all are in fact familiar new worlds of family community, of the tree of love, life, and light throughout the solar system and universe, to restore, renew, and sustain our and new life and new sustainable civilizations, past, present, retroactively, and now, rebalance, and future, always balancing, to lovingly, genealogically, and boldly become and be space-time travelers whenever and where we have any dimensional reality, all in part been before, if also never been before, in alternative space lines that are circles, which are of the universal EQ, IQ, and SQ continuum. Balance, combinations of the ever-expanding circle which spirals and grows, budding and blooming in space-time. Love and live enlightened, ever young, long, and prosper all both in each and every one. Engage your heart, mind, soul, and body, for we all, both and each both and all, can, must, and marvelously and miraculously make it so.
In the thunderous blast, she merges, her eyes on fire, the mighty priestess. She's risen from the nativity of Caldera. She is risen from the fires of the earth. She's risen. She's risen. She's risen. She's risen.
We are risen.
May the circle be overwhelmed, unbroken. May the love of goddess be ever in your heart. Carry me to carry forth, carry me together. Blessed be blessed be, blessed be.
Mahalakshmi Mrudapriya Maharupa Mahapujya Mahapatakanaşini Mahamaya Mahasattva Mahashakti Maharati Mahabhuta Maheshwarya Mahavidya Mahabala Mahabuddhi Mahasiddhi Mahayogeshwareshwari Mahatantra Mahamantra Mahayantra Mahasana Mahayagatkramadhya Om Mahabhairava-Pujita Maheshwara Mahakalpaka Mahatardava Sakshini Mahadavesha-Mahishi Mahatripura Sundari Chatushshashti Upachararya Chatushshashti Kalamayi Mahachatushshashti Koti Yogini Ganasevika
Celestial Lorette. No. No words. No words. Describe. I should have said. Oh, so beautiful. So beautiful. Maybe people need to see what I've seen. They need to see.
This day I call the heavens and the earths as witnesses intercessorily for and hopefully and prayerfully not against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessings and curses. Now choose love and life with light, so that you and your children may live. For I give you good doctrine, forsake ye not your our new millennial law.
Okay. Another situation. Maybe tonight sunflower. The one Cherokee and Blackfoot. This is Anna Marie, singing Christian, and I am Cherokee, Cheyenne, Blackfoot, and Algonquin, Dakota. And I am also a French, English, and German. That means we are all related. We embrace the new millennial golden rule as the law of all the natives of the sacred ground that is Mother Earth, and all the planets of all the universes.
Welcome to our broadcast. We are here about to do a rather simple ceremony, especially for the benefit of our nearest and dearest genealogical family, those who we've grown up with and known, and some who we've learned of on our genealogical family tree, because it is our insight and revelation that the family constellation of the extended family, appreciated in a manner that is not patriarchal but is reparative to women and egalitarian, has within that formation of a circle the ability to heal the world, done by every family that engages in this process. Therefore, you're going to hear me make some outreach phone calls to women and youth aged 37 and younger, female and male, who I intend to ensure do come to these broadcasts as Co-Secretary General's co-saviorahs with me. Examples of divine democracy risen, and a more balanced and aware human being, closer and in fact approaching the divinity of immortality. And so I had been calling a number of people, simply putting the mute button on, and you could see me make the telephone calls and not hear anything of what I was saying to them. This time I want them to know, and I will tell them, that you are hearing me as they are hearing me, as their message machines in most cases are hearing me. and that they are via the Deus ex machina, the goddess and God coming through the machine, being directly connected as co-hosts, co-hostesses and co-hosts, I should say, to this broadcast. And so I'm going to get a start on making this circle of phone calls. I don't know that I'll be able to complete the entire circle today or in this broadcast, but I will continue in subsequent broadcasts in the next day, 2 and 3 and so, because it is my belief that prior to the oops, lost a flower here. Let's put it back. Prior to the, hopefully before what we call Groundhog Day, but I'm going to call Sacred Grounds Day. Maybe even within this month, which is in 1 month, within just about 1 month of my conception day of December 25th. We will begin as a family and community to shift the paradigm of our planet out of patriarchy to one of reparation to females, to all men, not just a few alpha men, to especially to youth and to minorities and those who have been most intersectionally hurt by patriarchy for thousands of years. Thereby, by reclaiming the value of all these people through our ceremonies and our discussions, that we can ourselves attain immortality and also reach them as they are watching us, where they are incarnated elsewhere in the universe via the opening of the stargates. I have a PhD from Loyola University and studied many famous families, including my own, which is partially famous. And most important aspect for the word fame is fam, means family. Those who become famous should be those who serve the human family and all the larger human family, which we all are members of, the children of the Mother, Father, Goddess, God. And I have come to understand that there are 2 aspects that maintain a false reality in our world of patriarchy: institutionalized patriarchy, and also the intergenerational transmission of patriarchy from one generation to another, often very unconsciously and unaware of the dangers of doing that. Every patriarchal civilization has fallen. The longest survived civilization we know that has ever been on this planet was that of Atlantis. It was not patriarchal. The women had full authority as decision makers, and in every regard, they were regarded as goddess incarnations, as females were regarded as goddess incarnations, and males were regarded as incarnations of God, and they all were considered together the deity process embodied in human beings. The ancient wisdom of yin and yang is another similar understanding, that yang cannot exist without yin in full balance and in full respect, and that both contain the other in order to achieve a balance of similarity and complementarity, which is the nature of the human genders on this planet. We have most of our functioning in common. We look obviously all human. We all have ears, eyes, nose, mouth. We have a brain. Our brains are slightly different, but mostly the same, according to gender. Our bodies are slightly different, but mostly the same, according to gender and humanity. So, and the same aspect is true of all the rainbow of the humankind. Every racial and ethnic and heritage continent group has female and male. It is that which binds humanity together as family and makes family possible. So We are celebrating our family, and I'm going to put you on mute and then on and off mute, because I want them to know that at least some of the words that they are hearing on this connection are being heard by the broadcast itself. And each time I leave a message, I'm going to include the phrase, "The light is on in all our hearts. We have with us marvelous, miraculous, budding, blooming flowers in water." They are used to that aspect of the ceremony, and it is a uniting phrase for not only my family and community, but yours and all our world.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 54129. please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hello, dear white-calf buffalo women, Anna Marie, Singing Cricket, and Ma Patricia Sunflower. The world is hearing me leaving this message for you because I have not put on the mute button, and I wanted you to know that the sound coming to you, through to you, is connecting with your world at a larger systemic level. You are connecting with your planet. We are meeting thee in the air, as it is spoken. And I will say, just the beginnings of our ceremony, you know, we're honoring all our Shekinah, all our great and grandmothers, and all our women and youth aged 37 and younger, those of your family, very importantly. And I would like you to say your names and their names on the air with me as soon as you can. I will also say them, but I want you to do this with me in order to have this, the most honoration of them. I'm leaving this message for you, and you know that you are welcome to come and co-host right now. Every blessing. And we do honor all of your Shekinah. You know the names, your sisters, your past, present, and future women, and your youth age 37 and younger, female and male, and we'll want them to be co-hostesses and eventually co-hosts with you on this broadcast.
If you are satisfied with your message, press 1. To listen to your message, to send your message with normal delivery, press 1. Thank you. Your message has been sent. Goodbye. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hello, my dears. You know that we are broadcasting right now, and the sound that's coming through to your phone is also being heard by people who are listening around the world. I've received emails from far away as Australia after these broadcasts. You are welcome to become co-hosts. We are honoring all your Shekinah, and both of you and all of the young people of your family, female and male, aged 37 and younger. First go first. You know that. You are very important to come here. The world knows that your message machine is receiving this, and we want you to come and co-hostess with us as soon as possible. Every blessing.
If you're satisfied with the message, press 1. To listen to your message, press 2. To erase and re-record, press 3. To continue recording where you left off, press 4. To send your message, thank you. Your message has been sent. tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hello, my dear kind women and youth, age 37 and younger, including one of these kind women. You know who you are. I have been using the mute key rather creatively on our broadcasts. I feel that I would like you to come to the broadcast voluntarily and share your own names directly before I do so anymore. I've already done so on several occasions. But I would like to invite you as co-hostesses to come to these broadcasts. You have great and the greatest gifts, and the world needs to know it. So I love you. The world is hearing right now on this broadcast me leaving this message, this part of the message. I use the mute to give you a little bit of privacy for the moment, but I am using the mute so they can hear that the message that I am leaving is this one. And we do say to you, the light is on in all our hearts. We have with us marvelous, miraculous, budding, blooming flowers in water. You are a budding, blooming flower, my dear. And your mother and your Shekinah are, and all your youth are, as they embrace the new millennial golden rule. You are greatly beloved, every blessing. And the world will now know that we have connected with you and that you are very important to this world.
If you're satisfied with the message, press 1. To listen to your message, to send your message with normal delivery, press thank you. Your message has been sent. When finished.
Dearest family, the world can hear me leaving this message. I want you to know you come from a marvelous, miraculous family tree, and you are shining lights and budding, blooming flowers on that family tree. The world can see the heart light and the budding, blooming flowers right now. The light is on in all our hearts. We have with us marvelous, miraculous, budding and blooming flowers in water. Hugs and love to all, both in each and every one. I'm starting a circle. I've already called some of the members of this circle. You are very central to this circle. We all are central to this circle. A circle means that everyone is important in connection. And I love you so much. You come from great and grandmothers as Hera Harriet, Reall Ray, Clara Ra, Precious Antoinette, Risen Rose, Marie of the loving kindness and flow of water and milk and honey. Grandma Popper better than Mary Poppins in her wisdom and her high-flying abilities, and for children and families. And Dorothy redeemed to understand all of the lessons of the Wizard of Oz, that she had all the powers of the Wizard of Oz, and we, women and youth, female and male, age 37 and younger, in this and our related families, are the first co-secretary generals, co-savior Oz, of a new egalitarian culture that will sustain this planet and give us connection with all the planets of the universe in a culture of peace and kindness. I am using the mute creatively. Right now, people can hear exactly what I am saying. It is being broadcast right now. So the words that I am saying to others who are listening, and there are likely a few who are listening or who will hear it later on in a video, know that I have been reaching out to you as beloved co-hostesses and co-host to bring forth more co-hostesses and co-hosts. Very, very marvelous and miraculous. Now I'm going to put it on mute and say the rest that I want to say. names of the women again, and the names of the men of the family are going to be heard. As Hera Harriet, Rhea Ray, Clara Ra, Precious Antoinette, Risen Rose, Maria of the Loving Kindness and Flow, Grandma Popper, Dorothy, and all their sisters and cousinas in Shekinah, even those who erred significantly under a patriarchy more than others. We are including them all. When I know that some more of them might be listening, I will also share more of their names when their children are listening. I love them all. All women need to be forgiven for adjusting to the pressures of patriarchy and recount their value, past, present, and future. All children and youth need to understand that their visions and their dreams and their imaginations are more important in the decision making than those of old men. So I also will say the names of the men of our family, you know, as a whisper, because until patriarchy is no longer the way of our world, our men want their names to be whispered because they want their children, female, to come forward together in unity, and they want their children, great and grand, female and male, to have mutual appreciation, freed from the world's oldest prejudice. And so I will say, these are the people of democracy: Julia, Lois, Alan, Ava, Oscar, Paul, Joseph, and Milton, and more. But if we continue the patriarchal pattern, we will simply result in a planocidal situation for our children and our grandchildren. We won't necessarily have grandchildren. It will affect all the current generations and the current younger generations most harshly and unfairly. We cannot do that. All adults have to have some generational responsibility. I will also leave a message on our community line. I'm going to put it on mute now. Again, the world is hearing this. You are too filled with shining light and too filled with budding, blooming flowers within you to not realize that you are already co-secretary generals, co-saviours, equinox, true cues of the new millennial golden rule. And I look forward to your coming to these broadcasts as hostesses and hosts with your Shekinah and your Hikina, young Hikina, age 37 and younger. First, go first. Leave this message.
To save this message, press 1. Your greeting has been saved. To change extension type, press 1. To record extension name, press 2. To message To delete your greeting, press 2. Please speak after the tone. Press pound when finished.
Once again, I'm leaving a message for family and community together. Love thy neighbor as thyself as thy family. You need to know that the world is hearing me leave this message, and I will make it my habit to leave this message in such a way that the world knows I am calling upon you. You have great abilities. You have the beginnings of a flourishing community of people who recognize that they are all related from all over the world. Make good on that gift. And so I will say, we have with us, the light is on in all our hearts. We have with us the marvelous, miraculous, budding, blooming flowers in water. I am broadcasting to the entire world who can listen while I'm saying this to you, because your connection is that important. You're very important people. Just because you're not famous at the time doesn't mean that you're less important. No one, in his early youth, no one ever heard of Mohandas Gandhi. They never heard of Kasturba Gandhi. They never heard of Kasturba Kapadia Gandhi. A lot of people have never heard of her yet, but she was very important. A lot of people never heard of Coretta King in her youth or before she became famous. A lot of people never heard of Alice Perry Paul before she became famous. A lot of people never heard of Elizabeth Cady Stanton before she became famous with her sister Harriet. You have, and so you have, all of you, the greatest good within your potential. Now I'm going to put this back on mute. The light is on in all our hearts. We have with us marvelous, miraculous, budding, blooming flowers. Hugs and love to all, both in each and every one, as soon as possible.
To save this message, press 1. To hear it again, press 2. To re-record this message, press 3. Your greeting has been saved. To change extension type, press 1. To record extension name, press 2. To manage greeting, press 3. To hear messages recorded in this extension,
Hi, dear sister to my dear niece and nephew and cousina circle and cousin circle. This is Rochelle. I am currently broadcasting as I'm leaving this message. I use the mute to protect your privacy, but I am leaving this message in such a way as other people who are watching this hangout, this broadcast, would know that you are marvelous and miraculous. And we need to work with your cousinas and your cousins, your cousina sisters and your cousin brothers. And you know that includes your brother together. And your mothers and your great and grandmothers and our great and grandmothers are being honored and have been honored publicly on these broadcasts because for thousands of years, women underestimated the value of women. I am very glad to hear that there is a feminine voice answering the phone now. That is an important reparative step. You are very important. I want you to know you can call me 24/7 and very much you are invited to be co-hostess with your cousina sisters and your cousin brother and brothers on this broadcast and with your mothers, with all the mothers and the aunties. I hope you understand, and if you have any questions, feel free to give me a call. We are broadcasting this right now. The world is hearing this. I think this is the way technology is meant to be used, to connect the human family with love. I love you. Every blessing. We've already mentioned the names of your great and grandmothers as well as ours. Harriet and Ray and Clara and Dorothy and more on the broadcasts. And you need to share us more. There's more. So we'll talk about this together soon, and you can co-host with us.
Press 2. To mark your message private, press 3. Marked urgent. Your message has been sent. To send a message to another subscriber, enter the...
You know, I make these calls in honor of our great and grandmothers. Hera Harriet, Rhea Ray, Clara Ra, Precious Antoinette, Risen Rose, Grandma Popper better than Mary Poppins, and Dorothy, learning all the lessons of the Wizard of Oz and teaching them to all her children through us. And all of their Shekinah, even the ones who became alienated from their nieces, one or the other, I remember them also. That does include Annette, and it does include Jackie. However, I do not approve of the behavior of any females
who are so caught in patriarchy that they divide their next generations from their own colleagues and peers of their age group. That's a cruel thing to do, and from other people who love them, sincerely. That is what happens to women under patriarchy, and we cannot allow that to be the way of our world, because the problems of women in this part of the world have retarded this part of the world from all progress, and now it is endangering this part of the world environmentally severely, and also the entire world severely. And it has degraded the quality of life of too many people. So we have to change this now. I also make this honor in honor of the men of our family: Julian, Louis, Alan, Emil, Oscar, Paul, Joseph, and Milton, and more. The kitty cats have been in and out. Right now they're not available for the broadcast, but they will be again. They have been. You can watch them on recent videos, both of them. And Donia Aurora Feliz and Maria Rainbow Sweetheart, and Donia Aurora Feliz say hi and hugs to Heather and Jam and Heather. And on behalf of Tiger, Blisters Tiger, Buttermilk Blackie, Holly Felix, and all the flora and the fauna, all the pets, all the butterflies, birds, and bees, and you and us, huge hugs, huge hugs, huge hugs, huge hugs, huge hugs. This was Broadcast. I make these calls in honor of all our Shekinah, both of yours, past, present, and future, including Ezra Harriet, Rhea Ray, Clara, Precious Antoinette, Risen Rose, Maria's Better Than Mary Poppins, and Dorothy learning all the lessons of the Wizard of Oz, and also the men of our family and your families: Julian, Louis, Alan, Emil, Oscar, Paul, Joseph, Milton. And all of those of I've been doing these calls, of course, with many times with Anna Marie and Ma Patricia and all their clan, and all of those of all the human family. The world is listening. You can hear, I think you can hear Donnie. She's making little sounds now to say she loves you. And I'm going to get off quickly because I want to send you emails. But this is being broadcast. People know that you are the most precious and important young budding blooming flowers of your generation. Those I've reached out to a number of your cousines, and you need to know that you are centrally important to all of them, and to your world, and to me, and to the Mother, Father, Goddess, God. And so are your mothers, and so are the mothers of your sisters and cousines, and all their Shekinah. And I've also given their names. I'm putting this on mute again.
Tone. Press pound when finished.
Dearest Sister Kazina, among the circle of Sister Kazinas, you need to heal that inner baby child. The world could hear this broadcast. You can heal the whole world as you heal yourself. I have it not on mute at the moment. The world is hearing this. And they're seeing the heart lights. We have with us the heart lights that are on in all of us, and the budding, blooming, marvelous, miraculous flowers and water. It's on screen right now, and the world is hearing me speaking to you as I'm leaving this message. Now I'm putting it on mute. Well, no, I do this call also in honor of Azhara Harriet, Ray, Clara Ra, Antoinette, Precious Antoinette, Risen Rose, Marie of Flowing Kindness, and Dorothy, learning all the lessons of the Wizard of Oz and all of her generations, and all of these mixture of generations of all of these women, including that of Lynn and all of their generations that are all related to us, famous and unfamous, yet more and more valuable than you possibly know. We all are. You are invited to be co-hostesses and co-hosts and hosts, and Georgine is also invited. I'm going to leave this message. Time to wake up. Enjoy this fun. You have power to do great good. Come join us.
To save this message, press 1. To hear it again, press 2. To re-record this message, press 3. Your greeting has been saved. To change extension type, press 1. To record extension name, press 2.
Okay, now we're off mute, and I'm showing on the screen. I've been all along showing we have with us the light is on in all our hearts. We have with us the marvelous, miraculous, budding, blooming flowers in water. Hugs and love to all, both and each, and everyone as soon as possible. We do these calls in honor of our great and grandmother Shekinahs, Harriet, Azhara Harriet, Ray, Clara Ra, Precious Antoinette, Risen Rose, beautiful. And Mari, the mother of loving kindness, the goddess. And Grandma Popper, better than Mary Poppins could dream of being, and all those that she reached, hundreds of millions of people. And Dorothy learning all the lessons of the Wizard of Oz, and all of our generations learning them. And I also did this in honor of the men of our family. I was rushing, so when I left the individual message on your phone tree message, it didn't pick this up, but I'm going to say now. Julian, Lois, Alan, Emil, Oscar, Paul, Joseph, and Milton. You know, they're in me too. They're in all of us. And they want us to bring divine democracy together to our world and eternal life to all people. It is our heritage to do this. We have the ability to do this. The kitty cats have been participating. Anna Maria and her mother, Ma Patricia, have participated 4 times. Come. Don't be afraid. I love you. My love is infinite, and the love of the Mother, Father, Goddess, God is infinite. But if you continue to hold on to cruel or unkind, your powers become muted and lost, and your heritage becomes harmed, and your world suffers, and your children suffer, and you suffer. So don't do that to yourselves or anyone. We love you too much. We all love you so much, and we can bring eternal life to all those that we have ever known, including ourselves. Every blessing. It's not on mute. I'm leaving this message.